Welcome to your Ethereum News Roundup. Here's your latest for Friday, June 13th, 2025. Shopify adds support for USDC payments on Base. SharpLink Gaming acquires 176,000 Ether. The Ethereum Foundation donates $500,000 to Roman Storm's defense. And Etherealize outlines the bull case for Ether. All this and more starts right now. Shopify, a leading e-commerce platform, added support for USDC on Base as a payment option through Shopify Payments. Merchants on Shopify can now accept USDC on Base in their online stores, enabling fast, low-cost on-chain transactions. The implementation uses a new open-source escrow-style smart contract protocol on Base developed jointly by Shopify and Coinbase. Users can pay with USDC using any connected crypto wallet. Coinbase also plans to launch a 1% cashback rewards program for USDC payments in the US later this year. The launch includes new payments APIs and supports standard commerce functions like order capture, tax calculation, and refunds. Developers can integrate Coinbase payments on any platform. SharpLink Gaming acquired 176,000 Ether for approximately $463 million at an average price of $2,626 per Ether, making it the largest publicly traded holder of Ether. Over 95% of the acquired ETH is now staked on Ethereum, generating yield for the company. SharpLink continues to operate its iGaming network. The company previously filed Form S-3 with the SEC to register the right to sell up to $1 billion worth of securities under the at-the-market equity program, with proceeds used primarily to purchase ETH as its primary treasury reserve asset, making SharpLink the first NASDAQ-listed firm to adopt the strategy. The Ethereum Foundation donated $500,000 to support the legal defense of Roman Storm, a developer who contributed to the open-source code for Tornado Cash. The foundation is also matching up to $750,000 in community donations. Storm is currently preparing for a trial scheduled to begin on July 14, 2025. Storm was indicted in August of 2023 on charges of money laundering, sanctions violations, and operating an unlicensed money transmitting business in connection with Tornado Cash. Prosecutors are continuing with the case despite a Texas Court of Appeals overturning the sanctions on Tornado Cash smart contracts. OFAC has also removed the smart contract addresses from its SDN list. And lastly, Etherealize released a new report outlining its bull case for Ether, framing it as a digital oil, a yield-bearing productive commodity that powers the Ethereum economy, including stablecoins, DeFi, Layer 2 infrastructure, and asset tokenization. The report argues that ETH is significantly undervalued due to the complexity of Ethereum's broader functionality. The report also sets a short-term price target of $8,000 and a mid-term potential of $80,000, positioning ETH as a new institutional-grade reserve asset. With Ethereum securing over 80% of tokenized assets and more than $760 billion in total value secured, the report makes the case that ETH is not just a tech token, but the foundational money of the next-generation financial system. In other news, GOD Work launches an Ethereum job board, and Avis S-Go stablecoin goes live. This has been a roundup of today's top news stories in Ethereum. You can support this podcast by subscribing and following us at ETH Daily. Also subscribe to our newsletter at ethdaily.io. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.